Hello, this is Tanya Davis, and I'm with Champion Travel, and I wanted to reach out to everyone and just give you a review over the cruise that we just recently went on the Carnival Elation out of JaxPort. So one thing that I want to mention is that Carnival Elation is one of the only ships that leave out of JaxPort due to the fact that right next to JaxPort is the Dames Point Bridge, which is a very large suspension bridge, and not a lot of ships can pass under that particular bridge. Obviously, Carnival Elation is the only one because it is an older, smaller ship, but that didn't make it any more or less enjoyable as far as a short vacation getaway was concerned. It still had a lot to offer. Um, and those are some of the things that we were able to do on the ship. I'm going to have some pictures for you to show. So here we go. This is Carnival Elation. Even though it's an older ship, it wasn't dusty, dirty looking. Everything worked. It was very clean. And I didn't have any complaints there. I was concerned because it was such an older ship and it was a small ship that it would be a little bit dusty and outdated, but they've done a really good job trying to keep it updated as far as keeping it up to par with some of the other mega ships. So here we are. This is the top deck where they have all the lounge chairs and things. And as we were leaving out of Jacksonville, there was a huge storm coming. So that sucked for everybody back in Jacksonville, but we were excited to see that we were leaving a pouring down thunderstorm and going into the sunshine and nice weather uh, into the Bahamas. This is our balcony room. It's room, head's blocking. It's room U201. This is the first time we ever had a balcony room, and I have to admit it was quite amazing. Usually I've been in interior rooms, and then we kind of upgraded and only started getting the rooms that have the ocean view, but it's the porthole kind of thing. So we got a balcony. It was awesome. I honestly wouldn't want to switch back to anything below that. But obviously, depending on the trip and how long it's going to be, and depending on whatever type of budget we have, that's going to determine whether we have a balcony or a ocean view room. But at this particular time, this was a very reasonable deal on this cruise ship. It was 4 days, and so we were able to do an upgrade to the balcony, and we really can't say that was a bad decision. That was a very great decision, actually. And you can see from the smiles on my kid's face and my husband's face that we all really enjoyed that balcony. We spent a lot of time on the balcony, um, just hanging out, drinking coffee, just relaxing. The kids had fun looking for wildlife in the ocean, sea life, and they loved the balcony. So I'm very glad we were able to do that. And the way that our particular room was set up, um, because it has the balcony, um, I'm thinking that typically the rooms that we have to sleep for has the king bed, as you can see here. But there's also usually like a sofa or a couch over here in this area that gets pulled out, and that's a bed that both of my kids sleep in. But when we got this balcony room, you can see there's two Murphy beds here at the top. They fold up into the wall, so during the day, you don't have to have them out. You can fold them back in and just have your king bed out. And then at nighttime, when it's time to go to bed, we just fold them out. There's ladders in the closet, and the kids were able to climb up and down the ladder uh, easily and get in the beds. It does help that they have bunk beds here at home, so they weren't scared of being up in the bunk bed or anything like that. It was very typical. We didn't put up both bunk beds every day. We only picked up the one that, or we only folded up the bed that was right here in front of the doorway to go out to the balcony. Um, but even without folding it out, it was easy to just kind of duck and go under there to go out to the balcony. So that's the way that our room was set up. And of course, you don't have to have the one king bed that can still stay separated and be two twin size beds if you're going with friends or whatnot and you don't want to sleep in the same bed or whatever the issue may be. But we had the one bed put together, or the two twins put together to make a king, and then we had the two Murphy beds, which worked out very well. Loved it. This is just a shot of the view from our balcony at nighttime. It was nice at nighttime to go out and just enjoy the water, see the moon, instead of having to leave the stateroom, go up so many flights of stairs, and have to, just kind of sit out on the deck with everybody else. It was nice to have this good little private space to go out and kind of just sit and enjoy and reflect, meditate, do whatever it is that you need to do. But I definitely love sitting out on the balcony at nighttime. One thing I love about cruising is that they typically have what they call as kid zones. Um, Here on Carnival, I believe it's called the Ocean Club, and they have different little animals or whatever to represent the different age levels. But my kids love the kids club. Uh, they got little crowns here you can see in this picture because they do really treat them like royalty. As we were even getting off the ships, there were a lot of crew members that knew the names of my children, hopefully for a good reason. But they did seem happy to say bye and, call them out by name um, and tell them that they had a great time with them on the cruise. And I thought that was a very nice touch. The kids loved it. And they did not mind going to the kids zone any chance they got because there's video games, other kids are there, they're grouped by age group. So they really enjoyed it, made a bunch of friends, had a great time. Because the ship was small, uh, they were able to actually see their buddies like when we went to go eat and things like that. So it was really fun to see, those relationships outside of the kids zone uh, filtered out to the regular deck. Um, and you can kind of see who your kids are hanging out with and make sure everything's cool. So we really like the kid zone. And also when you put your kids in the kid zone, that gives you free time to do whatever you want on the ship. So, and have a good time and kind of get some time away to relax, sunbathe, get in the pool, get in the hot tub, do whatever it is that you want to do during that particular time. My kids probably stayed at the kids zone an average of maybe 2 to 3 hours a day. Um, and they loved it. They asked to go back. So I can't say enough about Carnival's Kids Zone or Ocean Club, I guess. Here on the back of the ship is the splash pad, or I think they call this Waterworks. We kept calling it splash pad because we know what this is, but it's called Waterworks. And as you can see, there is one very large water slide up here at the top. And then they have some medium, very fast water slides here. And then they have the little baby water slides over here. My little one liked to, that's all he did. He went down this purple slide here. He loved it. And then my older son, he liked the really big slide, and he basically did all of it because he just loves splash pads and stuff like that. So he had a blast. When they weren't in the kids zone, we were typically here hanging out with the kids, watching them, sliding down with them, and just acting like big kids ourselves. It was fun going down water slides. I was never a fan of water slides growing up, but now that my kids are into water slides, I see what I've missed out on when I was a child. So it's great. I love water slides, and so do my kids. There's also this arcade on the ship. It's on the small side, but like I said, this particular cruise, you can tell they went in and really tried to update the ship and include a lot of the things that they have on the mega ships. But of course, they could do that, but only in a smaller area. So this is the arcade. There's a few more games there off to the right, but not that many. This is the bulk of it. Racing games, those little claw pick 'em up games. I think there's a Jurassic Park game back there, and then one of those little fake, like you're riding on a roller coaster type of video games back here, where you just lay in there and the chair vibrates and does whatever it does. Um, So we stayed in there a little bit. I'm not a fan of spending a lot of money on video games. So we didn't spend much time here, maybe about an hour or two tops during the whole cruise. But it was a fun little break, change up the day, uh, and kind of go do something different. As far as eating on the ship goes, we had a really good time. We mainly ate not in the main dining area, simply because my kids are picky. So they're not going to be okay with everything that comes out. However, the first day we did eat in the dining area. They did eat all their food. I was able to, they now have it where you can scan the QR code and see the menus that are down there. So we were able to check the menu after that day and see what they were having so we could make a informed decision on whether we would chance going and sitting in the dining room or either going over to the buffet. So the very first day they had chicken, vegetables, potatoes, things like that. So my kids were able to go there, eat. It was just fine. The next few days they had a lot more fancier stuff that I wasn't sure that my kids were gonna eat. So we went to the buffet instead. Um, both are good options. What they loved about the buffet was there's a place called Pizza Pirate in the back of the buffet, and they serve about 5 different types of pizza 24/7. So you could go back there at 2 o'clock in the morning if you wanted to and order a pizza. They'll give it to you. It's very thin crust pizza, obviously, because they put out a lot of pizza. So if you like thin crust, crispy pizza, Pizza Pirate is the place for you. Also, something else that my kids really enjoyed in the buffet is the ability to get, well, and I enjoyed it too. I'm not going to lie. My kids love ice cream. I love ice cream. So they have soft serve ice cream, chocolate and vanilla, uh, available 24/7, whether you want it in one of those little cake cones or in a cup. And on It was chocolate and strawberry most days, but I noticed on the last day on the other side they had some strawberry, which was exciting. So we got some strawberry ice cream as well. So those two things were something that my kids really enjoyed. 24/7 access to pizza, 24/7 access to ice cream. After that first day not eating in the after the first day not eating in the dining room, I think that's what they lived off on. Pizza. Oh, and fries from uh Guy Fieri's burger joint that's also on the show. I mean on the show, on the ship. So they basically lived off of French fries, pizza, and ice cream and cake too. So, but they loved eating on the ship. So when the kids were in the kids zone, there is an area if you don't want to be around any kids once you drop your kids off at the kids zone that is an adult only retreat. Once again, it's a small area, but they try to make it very nice. There's 2 hot tubs, one on either side of that section. Um, and as you can see here, the lounge chairs in the adult section have these nice pads on them. So that was very lovely to lay out on and sunbathe, um, and just enjoy. You can see the view. It's on the back of the ship, so you get to look out the back there and just watch the water and relax. It's very nice. Like I said, it's a smaller kind of area. One thing that you can't see in my picture, it looked like it got cut off, but there's a big sitting area in the back. There's couches, chairs, coffee tables, things like that where you can sit together if you're with a bunch of your adult friends or you've made some adult friends on the ship and you just want to hang out without any kids running around. There's a nice sitting area in the back there. And like I said, this ship was small, small but mighty, as they say. Um, and I enjoyed the smaller ship. We were able to get around the ship, do what we needed to do. On some of the larger mega ships that we've been on, there's a lot of things. Those ships are packed full, but if you're not on a long cruise, then it's hard to get to everything. Well, it's hard to get to everything and be able to participate and enjoy. So I did like the fact that we were able to do everything on the ship without it being a big stressful situation. One of the excursions, or actually one of the changes that were on our ship was supposed to go to Nassau and to Freeport, Bahamas. We went to Freeport, but they took out Nassau, and instead we went to Bimini Beach. This place is super nice. I really like vacationing near the Gulf because of the water. And it was almost exactly the same here. The water was crystal clear. It was shallow enough for you to go out and enjoy without, having to worry about my little ones getting swept away by a current or anything like that. We got an excursion that took us over to this beach and pool area. Um, they're kind of fairly inexpensive for a cruise ship excursion. Because if you've ever been on a cruise ship excursion, you know they can cost you well up into the hundreds, $200, depending on what you're doing. I think this was like, I seem to recall this was about 30, 40 bucks for the kids, maybe 40, 50 bucks for the adults. But to me, it was worth it. You see, they have these cabanas over here that you can rent. You have to pay extra for those. But even if you don't have your own private cabana, there's plenty of chairs, plenty of umbrellas that you can go and sit. Um, they have a place that serves food while you're there. And of course, they have a bar where you can go and order drinks and get things like that. They had two pools, which I thought was interesting. They had an adult pool, an adults only pool, and they had a family pool. Adults only was on one side, family pool was on the other. The adults only side, the adults only pool was on the side next to like the DJ and all of that stuff. So when they're playing music and doing all their dance challenges and all that fun stuff that the DJs like to do, um, it's over on the adult side, but you can still hear it very well over in the family side. And you were still able to participate. Um, when everybody had got a chance to shout out like where they were from, I was in the pool with my oldest son and we yelled out Duval. And when I tell you there was plenty of other Duval people there that echoed what I said, it was real fun and it was amazing. And me and Donovan had a really good time jamming out with everybody while we were hanging out in the pool. Um, one thing that I like to make sure that I do on a cruise ship is take the stairs because, like I said, I like ice cream, I like pizza, I like fries just like the next person, but I also want to make sure that as many calories as I'm bringing in, that I am, burning those calories and also help tire out the kids and make sure that they're chill when it's time to go to sleep because going to kids club and coming out, they fall out hype, I tell you. Um, they fall out, they're having the best time. They have candy, they have different projects and all that kind of stuff. So when it's time to get them, we make them exercise and burn off some of that pizza and fries and all that stuff. And of course, we benefit as well, making them go up and down the stairs. Um, but here you can see there's mirrors and things like that, so you can see when people's coming around the corner. Uh, but we have fun on the stairs. We were taking pictures in the little mirrors and stuff. We were being a little bit silly, but we're on vacation, so who cares? And as always on all of the cruise ships, I think probably they make these awesome towel animals. And we discovered that our 5-year-old likes to destroy them very quickly. So I was able to catch a picture of this one before it was destroyed. But he every single day came in and said, animal towel or whatever it's called, and towel animals, and he destroyed it. So I was definitely the cute towel animals were a big hit with my little ones. So there you have it. That's my review of the Carnival Elation. It's a small but mighty ship. I think this ship would be perfect for like quick, relaxing getaways. Definitely perfect for couples, uh, families with kids. Um, it didn't have a real heavy party atmosphere, which I enjoyed. Um, and even if you do like that type of stuff, they did have, all the stuff by the pool, the dance parties and belly flop contest and all that kind of stuff. So you can get into that if you would like. However, this particular vacation for us going to be something relaxing after we came off of a long road trip for the 4th of July. And so we just chilled. We chilled, we had a good time, we ate what we wanted to eat, we slept, and we just relaxed. So if you have any questions about the Carnival Elation or leaving out of JaxPort, you are more than welcome to hit me up at Champion Travel, or you can reach out to me via Facebook. Also look for my Champion Travelers Facebook group page, and that's where I post a lot of pictures. You'll see videos of also the gym that's on board. We were able to visit the gym. You can see that in the Champion Travelers Facebook page. Um, Plenty of pictures, tons of pictures. And that's about it. So let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be more than happy to help you out.